For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. But we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Ah, our Howl. I hope I pronounced it right. It's a pleasure to see you again.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
I'd like that.
Good. She's talked about you ever since she saw you at a fair in Denerim. I think you have an admirer, young man.
Thank you.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
What? Are you sure? What do I have to do?
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Duncan?
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
If memory serves, they were an order that basically defeated the Darkspawn a long time ago.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Why can't I join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Don't strain my abilities or anything.
And don't strain my patience. In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Are you trying to get... No, that doesn't feel right. But I'd like to talk to Duncan, he seems interesting.
You'll have plenty of time after we're gone. We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Whoa. The game can play... Right-click on the desired destination. Whoa. Well then, definitely been a little while. Plot helpers are markers on your current area's objectives. Definitely an interesting way to view the world. How do I... let's see let's double check what my journal has to say. Okay. I'll have to read into some of this later. But first, let's see if I can talk to Duncan a little.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
May we speak later then?
Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner.
I'd prefer sooner.
Then let us meet in the morning. I will seek you out before Sir Gelmore's testing. Would that be sufficient?
What are you gonna do after you finish?
Eager, are you? As I've had a long journey, I will be retiring to my quarters and putting these old bones to rest. Until the morning, then. I look forward to it.
Okay, then. Okay, guys. You don't want me around.
Going.
Open J. They'd open my journal. Actually, sorry about this. Just want to going out of character this early already, but I want to change control. Journal, I want to add a secondary option for it to be G. Inventory, let's see. I want it to have T as a secondary one. Okay, the rest will stay as it is, unless... Okay, looks like skills. I would like to also keep my spells and talents quickly available to view. My skills. Actually, let's just do dish and dish. Character record I don't need, but spells and talents I'd like quick access to. Map and world map, those are specific situations. Tactics, I think that's also a little bit more specific, so this will do for now. Sorry about that. I guess I daydreamed. I was daydreaming for a moment. Oh yeah, let's open up my map of this place. I almost get lost even in my own home. He'll probably be at the kitchen, knowing him. He's probably hungry.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Good thing too, considering Dad's company.
Yes, I saw the Arl arrive. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
What? Don't worry. She was my nanny before she was the cook. She won't leave. At least I hope she doesn't.
Your mother disagrees. She insists you collect the dog, and quickly. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
Where is Mom anyway?
She was entertaining Lady Landra and her son when I left her. Perhaps in the atrium? Before we go, my lord, might I beg a question? I've heard from several people that a Grey Warden is here. Is that true?
Oh yeah, his name's Duncan. And I just met him a little bit ago.
Then, is it also true that this Grey Warden was asking after me?
He actually he wants to recruit you, man.
Maker's breath, are you certain? Can you imagine me, a Grey Warden? It would be everything I've dreamed of. Of course, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Pardon my outburst.
It's okay. Mind if I ask you a few more questions? Whoops. Controlling party members. Let's see, you can now... then let's see if I can open up the tactics menu. Oh, that's where it was. Let's see. I won't set up your tactics at the moment, but I apologize again. Controls. Let's Tactics, let's set a secondary key as P. Oh no, wait. P is over here. Oh. Okay, I'll set that as P, the newest P, and then tactics as B. Anything been cancelled because of that? Nope, we're good. Main menu is that. Sorry if I keep dozing off, guys. Let's talk to
We
Sarah
really
Gilmore.
should go after your hound, my lord, before he does something worse.
But I want to ask you a few questions first. What do you know about the Grey Wardens?
Only what everyone hears. I never expected to actually see one. So few of them are here in Ferelden.
Have you ever seen a Darkspawn, my
Never.
friend?
You hear about Darkspawn attacking homesteads and travelers, but I thought they were just stories.
Are they really as good as they say?
I hear they only recruit the most skilled. It'd be disappointing if that wasn't true.
What happens when you're recruited?
I only know that once you become a Grey Warden, your old life is over. There's no going back.
Oh, let's
As
talk
you
about something
wish.
else quick.
But what if the Grey Warden tries to recruit you? Have you thought about it?
Let's see. I really actually am not sure how I feel about it.
I suppose you have many other options. Me? I would give anything to be recruited.
Why aren't you out with our
I
men?
would were it my choice. Your father decided I should remain with the complement guarding the castle. I hope that's because this Grey Warden wishes to see me.
What? Tell me about yourself, Sir Gilmore. I need a little bit of a refresher.
Well, you know I've served your father for years, since my own father sent me to squire here. My father is a minor lord in the Bannorn, but our land is little more than a glorified farmstead. I do miss it though. The valleys of the Bannorn are beautiful this time of year. I take great pride in serving the turn. Still, if I had the opportunity to join the Grey Wardens, I wouldn't hesitate.
You would actually leave my father's service?
With his blessing, I imagine. Joining the Wardens is the highest service one can render.
Okay, let's keep
Of
going.
course, my lord. Lead on.
Thanks for answering my questions, my friend. Let's double check the map. No, wait. Before I go see my brother, I should go deal with my little friend. I can hear him in there. I'll set him for something simple then. It's good to have him ready. Let's... Hope you don't mind me reading, guys. But I need to... Hope you don't mind me reading my notes. Default, but I definitely it'd be useful for him to protect me. He seems tank-like.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves. I swear it.
Man.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
I'm sorry he's bothering you, Nan. But you should be nice to the elves. Elves, they aren't bad people.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Tutorial. Oh, let's see. Tutorial inventory and equipment. To unequip dragon item from its icon. Oh, whoa. Quick bar. Yeah, I think that'll be useful to put there. Forgot I had that. Poison making. Let's move you down the list a little more. Dirty fighting is on what number? I wonder, can I move this? Fatigue points. Paints basically. See what my fatigue's at. Okay, it's not too high. Check to maybe get anything interesting. Blood dragon plate. I can't even wear that. I'll be there in a moment, my friend. Oh, an item set bonus. That's what that means. Okay, now.
Why are you talking to me, young man? That wretched creature is likely eating my beautiful roast as we speak.
How do you get into the larder this time?
How in the blazes am I supposed to know? He up and walked through the wall, I expect. That hound isn't natural. I see it in his eyes. He does this on purpose, just to torment me.
Maybe. Okay, I'll go check on him. Oh, there you are, boy.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
What the? What a smart boy. Yes, you are.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits. It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Oh. Oh yes, of course, my dog. I already thought of a name. Name for him? Of course I did. I'll name him... Oh yes. Now I remember your name. Your name is Leo. A little of an ironic name. But I think you're as strong as a lion can be. No, I was wrong. I'm stronger. Combat basics. You can also pause for
I was hoping. Yes.
Yeah, this What the? Let me check something on him. Leo. I need you aggressive.
All right.
Disgusting!
Huh? Oh, I didn't. Did I set it wrong? No, Leo's set to aggressive.
Critters!
Yes.
Not bad! Not bad! Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Certainly looks that way.
Those were rats from the Kokari Wilds. Best not to tell Nan. She's upset enough as it is. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Okay. Now then, excuse me while I think for a moment. Well then let's just alter these controls a little bit. Already selection, quick slot, and camera. Okay, F is for hold position and move freely. I didn't know that. Okay then. Let's open up what's in this sack. That could come in handy. Well, here, better look around. Wooden crate. greenstone. Might come in handy. Or I'll sell it. Leo. Do you see anything interesting? Aw. Don't worry, Leo. Good boy. Okay, Leo. Let's go see Nan.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was protecting your larder from the rats.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
My faithful partner took care of it, made sure it's safe.
Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Nan.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you,
become
my
base to the elves.
Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Well, hold on. Let's see if
We
you
will
guys
serve
have
you while the
anything to
Terran is away.
say. Okay then. Come on, Leo. Oh, we gotta go. Leo, where are you? Come on, boy. That's better. Then I explain a little. I think I might have had a. I think I might have just told him to stay without him listening. Default? Wait, what's defensive? Okay, default will do for now. Well then, Leo. Well, let's go. We got a few more things to do before we finish up. I thought it was gonna take a little bit to think, but let's just go on.
And
Mother.
my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yeah, that's the mother. Hands back to work as we speak.
You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, my lady. Hey, it's wonderful to see you
You're
again.
too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
You remember my son, Dyron. He's riding with your father tomorrow.
It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you too, Dyron.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps we should speak alone sometime. I mean,
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Good evening. Well then, Mother.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
I know. Oh? Oh, but do you know where he could
If
be?
he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
Did you know there's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Would it be that bad?
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Oh. Why can't I go with him? I am curious.
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off. But we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
But I could make a difference.
You are here. Trust me, you'll get your chance for excitement soon enough.
You're right. I just have a bad feeling about all
As do
this.
I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty and we have ours.
Are you going to be staying here too?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
I'd rather you didn't go.
Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long.
Okay. See you, Mother.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
I love you too.
Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Okay. Hey, come on, Leo. Let's go see let's see my brother. Hello,
Good
guard.
evening, my lord.
Well then. Let's see. Memory starts. His room's down here.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
Should I wait outside for... Are you two?
Stay. I'd like to say farewell.
I'll really miss you, Ubro.
If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
I wish I could go with you.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
Okay, before I agree, but please never let your child talk again. His voice sounds like it just sounds terrible. Oh yeah, also there's Grey Warden here.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
I'm sorry, but shut up, your kid. I don't like Oren. He hurts my ears. He says he's here to test Sir Gilmore.
Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
Do you really think this war will be done quickly?
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
Oh yeah, I have a message from father. Or wants you to leave without him.
Then the Isle's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
A good shield might be more effective. But I'm sure my brother will be fine. He's a better warrior than I'll ever be. I'm the rogue of the family.
I keep telling you, no darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of
Shut
the
up,
well?
Oren.
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
Don't worry. She can handle herself. She's our mother. She's dealt with us.
It's true. They should be sending her, not me. She would scold those Darkspawn back into the deep roads.
Well, I'm glad you find this so funny.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
I guess you're right. I'll head to my room. Leo, come on.